into your hats. We're talking stats. Okay. It is March 1st, you guys, and I want to go over these stats in detail today because I think there's some little indications as to where we're headed. I'm just going to run down the line. No, I don't have these memorized. I usually will have this. You'll know when I'm doing the stats because I'm holding onto this and I got my coffee here. This looks huge because of the angle. Shayla is not with me today, so I have to do the video myself. Anyhow, January, we're going to compare January this last month to the January before. So closed sales, 653 this past January. Now, the January prior, January 2021, we had 666. So we're actually down with closings. As we move on to transactions that were paid in cash, we've had 305 sold in January, and that's actually up 13.4% since last January 2021 with 269. Now moving on to median price, so it's not the average. Like if you take an average from all the sales going, sky high to way low, this is right in the median there at 464.5, which is up, you guys, a whopping 36.6%. That's a lot. That's a big jump. I mean, think about that big. That is a huge jump in a year. And then when you talk about average, it kind of coincides, like this increase in price coincides with the median at 38.5% increase in a year in January alone. That is intense. That's intense. So your average sales price here in Sarasota County, now we're just looking at Sarasota County single family homes because historically speaking, single family homes are a much more, I guess, let's say less volatile gauge on the market versus condos, townhomes, villas. Those tend to be more volatile over time. They have more ebbs and flows in like the charts when you're looking at the statistics. So I don't know why that is. I guess because you don't own the land in some of those properties, whereas single family homes you do. So nonetheless, that's a little bit of background on that. So 38.5% with an average of 680 and some change. Last year our average price was 491 and some change. That's, I don't know what to say besides wow. The total dollar volume in January was $444 million, up from $327 million, which is a 35.8% increase. Okay. The days to contract, here's another interesting one. When you list your property, like the average days to contract, like back in the day, I want to say like kind of in a normal market, it was actually 90 days. So fast forward to, the last few years, 30 to 60 days were, commonplace. Okay, time to contract in January, 7 days. That is nothing. Up from 19 days last year. So a 63% decrease in the time it takes for you to go to contract in that market. And it's crazy. Pending sales are actually down significantly, which tells me a couple things because our listings are down too. So our listings are down about 9% and our pendings are down almost 30%. Again, we're facing the same issues, which is inventory. So there's a couple things that we can help to offset that. If we have a seller that also wants to purchase, for example, and we can negotiate them to stay in their home a little bit longer while they try to look for something, maybe like a short-term lease back, so that the seller can still occupy the residence while they're looking to buy. That's one thing. There are other avenues that you just definitely want to talk to your agent about to sort of help offset that, especially if they're wanting to stay within your same market. And I guess active listings, it's obviously it makes sense with where these numbers are going, down 46.7%. So we are doing, as a team, as a company, as an office, we are doing absolutely everything that we can to bring forth more fresh inventory to the market. Me personally, I have everything that I have is under contract at this moment in time, with the exception of one new listing that we have. It's under 400,000. Those tend to sell pretty quickly. So months of supply of inventory is at 0.6 weeks. I'm sorry, 0.6 months, which is, you know, like 3 weeks, not even. So what they say is an equilibrium market is about a 6-month level of inventory, which is like we're clearly way off. We are way off at only 0.6. And so that's actually down 50% from last year.